you have me with all of the toys out, ready and waiting for your questions about your golf swing. I'm going to flick a few off of the leaderboard here. A tool that I use in my coaching, always super good. Told you it's good. There you go, how about that? Always really useful to help people fire up their leg action. It gets some sensing what they can do in backswings and downswings. Real shame that it's no longer around because it's a great bit of kit. Hope you're all having a great week so far. Lots going on in the studio. Christmas is on its way. Thanksgiving tomorrow, isn't it? Tomorrow? Happy Thanksgiving for all my American friends. If you've not watched one of these lives before, I sort of shell a few for, well, people join, and then when someone's bold enough and courageous enough, they ask me a question, and then that normally inspires lots of people to get involved. Morning from New York, morning from Surrey. How's it in New York? Is it got a bit cold yet? I'm sure it has. I'm sure it has. Welcome along to a live. Is this your first live that you've caught? If it is, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Whereabouts do you play your golf? Whereabouts do you play your golf? Let me know what your name is. Oh, Simon, by the looks of it. Steve Smith's in the house. Hey, Steve, welcome along. Good morning from Nottingham. Sunny Nottingham this morning, or is it a bit wet and cold? Well, it will certainly be cold. Whether it's wet or not, let me know. Playing this weekend, Steve? Got some golf lined up. What about you, Simon? You got some golf lined up this weekend? Hope you have. Hope you have. Sometimes Trapman doesn't like it. Sunny and mild. Thank goodness, because it's been brutally cold, isn't it, last couple of days. First live, yes. Oh, Simon, I play at you play at Bethpage? Stop it. Really? What's that like on a weekly basis? Is it as difficult as it looks on TV? Well, I'm sure it is. I mean, that's not even a relevant question. But what's it like on a weekly basis? How do the members get around there? So something I'm going to do in the new year, I'm going to try and get a bit of a cohort going. So I'm going to offer up a membership where I'm going to do lives, only it's going to be maybe on a slightly different platform, and it's going to allow you to, or I'll give you a little lesson during the live. And so you get yourself in your studio or down on the range or something and you're hitting balls, and I'm going to jump on and hopefully give you a bit of a lesson. So that's to come. Going to Hilton Head Saturday and we'll play there. Goodness me, Simon, you are living the dream, my friend. You play at Bethpage on a regular basis and then you're off to Hilton Head. Goodness me, lucky boy. There are 5 courses at Bethpage. Didn't even know that. I guess the black is obviously the tough one. Can't be another toughie at Bethpage, but let me know. Sunday, Steve's playing. Last time out, I had a couple of slices. Think I fixed it by pulling the club out and down. Hit a beauty on the last hole, thanks to you. Oh, well, you're super welcome. Always check out the grip. Make sure you're on point with your grip. Super important that you've got that press up feeling. You know, hold the club shaft out in front of you. Get that pressure on the grip that gives you that kink, that will then support that swing moment, that will really take care of that slice, Steve. Thank you so much for all of your lovely comments as well, Steve. It's really appreciated. You're relatively new to the channel, aren't you, Steve? I think, if my memory serves me correct. Take that away now. Nice to have you with us. Nice few of you on early on. Going to be here for the hour, answering all your questions. It always feels weird coming off of the back of standing on the board. GX golf gloves. Just signed a new deal with those guys. Going to be supporting the channel. Going to up the ante with the content with GX golf gloves. They got a Black Friday deal going on, a bundle that is crazy good. So go check that out while you can. 2 months changed my game completely, Steve. That's so great to hear. So great to hear, and long may that continue into the new season. I've 100% dived into your teaching, Stuart. Brilliant stuff. Simon, grateful. Thank you so much for saying that. That's really, really nice of you, and I hope it reaps rewards. Simon and Steve there, what are your handicaps? What's your history with the game? Love to hear all of that kind of detail. It's super nice. Got a great 2026 happening. Got the website being built as we speak. Got some members areas, got some digital content, deep diving into content that goes above and beyond the stuff that I put out on YouTube, which is going to be really exciting stuff. Who have we got in there? John Kersey. Hey John, where are you working, or what are you working on with your game? Oh, it's just it's a lifelong pursuit, is it not? I'm always trying to make sure I'm working the pressures in the grip away from the golf ball. I mean, look, we're lifelong students of the game, are we not? And we're always looking to get better. Things that I don't like in my game is how I move the grip away from the golf ball. I'm always looking to get this grip down and in more, which will help me get the golf club up, which is why I'm always doing this drill here so that I feel that grip pressure, which is trading off my right leg. And when it trades off my right leg, I get some good hip rotation, which then really starts to feel like I can get some arm lift, which allows that club head to swing over. And then once I've done that, I'm always trying to pull as hard as I can, so I can load the shaft, load the shoulders, and that's always trading off that left leg there, so it allows the golf club to swing down at the bottom. So look, there's a lot going on, but it's like conducting an orchestra, is it not? It's like you're moving in space, and the better that you get with moving in space, you know, the more competent that you can be with thinking of a lot of stuff and moving it down the road. That was a very long-winded answer. Hope that helped. Steve, 14 playing 40 years. Oh, wow, fantastic. That's life and life in the old dog yet, man and boy playing the game. Loads of lessons, never seen the improvements I have since discovering you. Well, and it's all been for free. Thank you so much. Fantastic. That's great to hear. The part of the swing I struggle a bit with is the swing part and the wrist conditions and forearm rotation. That's a really good comment to make, and it's one that I think that has been bled out of the game. You know, this fad of thinking that the face can't have rotation in it, so we end up getting this long extension, these dead arms through the ball. You know, I did a video a little while ago about that forearm rotation and wrist cock. You know, I think if you get yourself in setup, Simon, and you get that golf club up in front of you, and you just feel how you're wiping the golf club, and when you then start to move your grip down back underneath, and you still feel that wipe of the golf club, when you then start to feel that same wrist action down through strike, you know, this forearm rotation, and when you're pushing the grip away from you, when you push that grip away from you, you go from bow to cup. You've pushed it away, there's the cup. So there's the ingredient that's going to keep the face straight. Now you encourage that forearm rotation. Those two things will create angle of attack and a square club face. So if you do it in isolation, there's the pressure away and there's the wipe. there's the pressure away, there's the wipe down the bottom. If you isolate, lucky again, if you isolate, then you can start to integrate. Something that I learned many, many years ago. Keep isolating, then integrate. The better you get at the isolation, the better you'll get at the integration. And, you know, you'll move it down the road. Hopefully that helps for you. What have we got here, Simon? I'm a 12.2. Been playing since my 30s. Now 68. God help me, but in really great shape physically. That's great to hear, Simon. That's great to hear. The part of the swing, oh sorry, that's the bit that you said. The wipe, I like that image. Yeah, that wipe is, you know, the wipe is, you know, club is hinging off of that lead arm, isn't it? The static point is the lead arm. The active point is the trail arm. You know, and all of this tucking and side bending. I'm just doing a video at the moment on side bend and low point control. Just polishing up an edit. It's going to come out maybe later today or in the morning, that just talks about that side bend. You know, all the time we've been side bending and tucking. It's just encouraged this lead arm to keep driving, which leads the face, hook grips, bowing wrists, and all that garbage. So let's the part of the downswing. So that's that. So Paul or Pal Paulson. Hey Pal. I've been down to an 8 handicap, now 11. I've been playing for 20 years. What's causing you to go in the wrong direction, pal? You've been a new subscriber to my channel. You've been very vocal on the comments, which is lovely to hear. Love hearing people's comments. And I think you're a member of the channel as well, I think. Higher Ground Production, 668. You retracted the comment, sorry, I didn't see that. Josh, how I struggle with early extension, can't get the feel of dropping my hands, losing everything right. So early extension is trying to fix your shot to the right. So when we start to back up, it gives a golfer more time to open to close the face down. That backing up, which helps early extension, is a golfer trying to close the club face. So what I'd encourage you to do, take your golf club in your lead hand, take your trail hand and put it halfway between the rubber end and the club head. Now get yourself in your posture and get the grip to push itself onto your lead leg. Yeah? Onto your lead leg. What that's now going to allow you to do is have a fixed point of the top of the golf club and start to move your right side around. And now what will happen is, with the right side being higher, it will push the left hip deeper. Now if you think about the world over, about stopping the right shoulder coming forwards, and everybody's trying to keep their right shoulder back, can you see how that lead hip gets driven forwards, which now encourages you to open the face? What I'm suggesting is make the lead hand come back to you, which will make the right shoulder higher, which now gets the club face straighter. And at that point, when you now start to come through, you'll have a deeper lead hip, you'll have a right shoulder higher, but what it will feel like is that you're actually staying more parallel with your shoulder pitch to the horizon, which is completely the opposite of everyone trying to tuck their right shoulder down. Do that drill a few times, working around, and now try and do exactly the same thing with the golf club. And I promise you, I absolutely promise you, you will stop hitting it right and you'll take away your early extension. Hope that helps. Pal, love your content working on the swing part and swing changes. Fantastic, Pal. Let me know how you're going on, and if you've got any questions, do let me know. Oh, today's Thanksgiving. Apologies. Happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends. Josh, this is awesome. Thank you so much. You're super welcome, Josh. It's what I do, and all of these swing tip lives, tell your friends, because this is where it's at for live golf swing fixes. And as I said, I'm going to try and get these sessions so that you guys can log on, do a little video stream as we speak, and sort of give golf lessons to the world for free in a live open forum. That's my agenda, and that's hopefully what I'm going to allow my website to do and plug in. So stay tuned for that. Aaron, hey Aaron, hi Stuart. Pleased to finally join following 2 lessons with you in September, seeing really encouraging signs. That's super, super good to hear, Aaron. Shanks and overdraws are the typical misses, now standing closer on heels and the grip. Fantastic. Keep me in the loop, Aaron. Be great to hear how you progress. Even if you just drop me a line on Skillist, I always love to hear from people. I'll always come back to you. Sometimes the speed of which I come back to you can be debatable, but I will always come back to you, so thanks for that. Joanne Hurst, hi, I'm from Florida. Hey Joanne, whereabouts in Florida are you from? Lucky thing. It's probably in mid-20s over there at the moment, is it? Not the worst, is it, for November? 70 of you online. If you could do me a massive favour, double tap the screen. It's free to do it. It just says you like the stream, and it just lets YouTube push it out there to lots of people. Lovely to have you all with me. I'm going to be here for another 37 minutes. So you've got me droning on about golf swings and your fixes, and hopefully, just hopefully, you'll have a much better weekend because you might pick something up. Sarasota, love it, love it. Well, Joanne, thank you for being here. Lovely to have you. Happy Thanksgiving. What happens on Thanksgiving for you, Joanne? And how about you, Simon? What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Had a lovely lady from Hawaii have a Skillist lesson, and she was in her back garden in shorts and t-shirt, practicing, showing me her swing. It's super exciting to be able to help so many of you across the world. Who have we got here? We've got Ed's Broski. Ed's Broski, I'm hooked on your video, Stuart. Well, let me tell you, I am super happy to hear that. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. You're super, super welcome. It's been a fantastic journey. Hard work, got to tell you. The edits are becoming bigger and bolder. It probably takes me about 5 to 7 hours to edit a 15-minute video, 10, 12, 15-minute video. But loving it, and the journey is great. Get to meet all of you guys. So Simon, turkey with the family. Is that a typical meal? Sorry for my ignorance on the Thanksgiving. Turkey with the family, that sounds great. Joe and Hurst, good and football. Food and football. Football, do you mean soccer, Joanne? Soccer? Soccer, football. I mean, it's football to me, might be soccer to you. Great stuff. Do you watch the Premiership? Timothy Vincent. Hey, Tim. Timothy or Tim? Timothy. Let's go with Timothy. Hi to you. Yes, typical. Okay, typical. Like it. Well, so what do you have on Christmas Day? So turkey on Thanksgiving. What do you have on Christmas Day? I mean, it's turkey for us on Christmas Day, historically. One year went out for a curry on Christmas Day. It all felt a bit weird. Anyway. Let us know. Joshua, hey Joshua, I'm 30 now and have filmed my swing since 18. It's changed a lot. Strength, flexibility, injuries, activity. How much should we adapt our swing as we age? Well, the forces don't change. The interaction of club head and ball doesn't change. All that changes is your flexibility, as you rightly say. As you get older, the separation between lower half and upper half as we make a backswing. You know, in old days, in Ledbetter money, it was all beach ball in the knees, resist your lower half and turn against your upper half. Nowadays, it's all about more excessive hip turn, which is a great thing. So actually, you can create more hip turn. If you get a pure hip turn in your backswing should be every bit as long as it is at 80 as you were at 18. Your speed on the way down, that might be different because your muscle mass reduces. But your ability to move, if we use our limbs correctly, I don't believe that there should be huge reductions in movement. You just see the shape that you're looking to acquire and you swing within that. The speed down at the bottom, a bit of hand speed, a bit of leg action. As long as you're keeping yourself in good shape, you should be all right. I don't think you need to dramatically change things as you get older. Just becomes, the more pure your form is, the better you can keep it as you grow old and grey and gracious. Simon, good question. We do roast and prime rib for Christmas. Oh my God. I've had lunch as well, and that's still making me feel hungry. Although I'm trying to convince my wife we need to try goose. Do the goose. Get your wife by the keyboard. I'll convince her. Get her in. I'm a Brit from Birmingham originally. Oh, wow. Okay, so you know about the whole turkey thing then. That's all right. I'm preaching to the converted. PP Elicoro. Hi. Where is the weight in your feet on the backswing as opposed to the downswing? Do you mean your trail foot or your lead foot? Because it differs. So when you stand to the golf ball, and I'll tell you what, let's get this TheraBand out here and do a nice little demo for you. So I did this in a recent video. You can find it on my channel, obviously. Where else would you find it? And I've got two bands. And this is a great way to articulate what goes on in the golf swing. So, got two bands here. By the way, you can find these bands on my Shopify store. So here's the TheraBand. The orange one is the lightweight band. When the golf club, when we set up to the golf club, the orange band, let's say, is the golf club. Very little in effort and energy that's swinging away from us. When we swing the golf club, all of a sudden, the golf club becomes more near the red band. So the energy of the golf club increases down through strike. Let's just answer TrackMan. Is there anyone there? Yes, there is. So the energy goes up. Therefore, we need to prime ourselves for that energy at address. So we need to feel way more into the heels of the feet at address compared to the balls of the feet. If you played a game of tug of war with someone and you started on the toes of the feet and then you grabbed one of those bands, could you imagine what you would do to offset it? So let's just say this is the red band. I get too much on the toes of my feet and I'm off balance. And then someone comes along and pulls that band harder. There's two things that I could do. One, fall forwards, move my feet. The other thing that I could do is stand up out of posture and offset it. Does that ring any bells? Early extension. Because statically, this golf club, light as a feather, dynamically, way heavier. So therefore, where you're standing to the golf ball, the pressures in your feet need to be way more on the heels. And then when you're thinking about what goes on between your right foot and left foot in your backswing and through swing, if you can imagine looking for me from above on the little drone camera that I put on some of my videos that exposes my lovely balding head. Fortunately, the old man had a full head of hair, it just went super grey. But my pals all tell me about my balding head from the drone shots. As the left hip swings forwards, what happens is this left hip moves closer to the toe of my left foot. So the energy is going to shift from the heel of my foot on my lead side more to the toe of my foot. And then to counterbalance that, that right hip will shift back and I'll go even further into the depths of my right foot on the way back. So that gives you an idea and a way of thinking about how we shift weight. Think about it dynamically, what's happening to the golf club and the energy that it's trying to put through you. When you think about the golf swing more as dynamics rather than positions, if you grip the club well, you'll find that this golf swing really starts to take shape and you'll start to put the pieces together. It's very, very logical. It's very, very logical. That was a very long-winded answer to a question about the feet. Don. Hey, Don. Hello from Singapore. Welcome from Singapore. Got a pal of mine that moved out there, plays at Laguna. He's loving life. Whereabouts do you play? Miles Golf. Hello, Miles. That name rings a bell. I think you're a golf coach, aren't you, Miles? Welcome along. Lee Roberts. Hey, Lee. Never in all the years and lessons had over the past with different pros, have I met someone who can change my shot shape in one swing apart from yourself? You are welcome, Lee. Can't wait to see what a winter of practice can do. Well, exciting times, Lee. It was great to meet you and do some work. That's what happens when there's a bit of logic and a bit of substance to some change, and not just done on a whim and a prayer. Thought I'd better hit one in case Trapman says, is there anyone there again? Keep those questions coming in. Good few of you there. So thanks. Keep up the good work and can't wait for the next. Well, that's really nice of you, Lee, and nice to hear that it's going well. Going to be exciting season in 2026 for you. Super good player, loads of potential there. Pressure, lift, forearm rotation, pressure on the leg. Give it a pull, give it a push, and unload that golf club. And hey presto, energy, energy. Thank you so much for being here with me, folks. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you're playing some golf at the weekend. Be great to hear where you're playing. Got to get the broom out because I love a bit of broom work. Big fan. If you've not got one, why not? If you would like one, go check out my Shopify store. If you've checked out my Shopify store, would love to know what's good about it, what's bad about it. I know the merch is on there is, it's all good. Just about sharing the love. There we go. Do a few of those. Who have we got? Rodriguez. Oh, you retracted your comment, Rodriguez. What did you say? Come back. Don't be shy. All friends here. All in pursuit of better golf. Same feels. Same feels. Bit right, that one. Same feels. Going to be doing some, got a company in Europe that has connected with me that wants me to come over and do a few seminars. So there's going to be some info on that. Going to be doing my first one in January. So stay tuned for that. I'll be giving you all the information on that. Who have we got here? PP Elicoro, is a strong grip okay? And how does that alter my swing to make good contact? Well, there are many ways of creating a strong grip. The best way is to head over and watch my grip series. A strong grip can be perceived as just showing more knuckles. It's a little bit more intricate than that. A strong grip gives you a chance to have more forearm rotation and keep the loft rather than just shutting the face down. So go check out my grip series on that. There's a lot to that. Rob Bowles, limited builder. Well, if you're looking for a builder in Suffolk, go check out Rob Bowles because he's a top guy by the sounds of it. 71 years young. Every time I try to hinge, I shank. Every time you try to hinge, you shank. Well, first of all, check out where the pressures are in your feet at address, Rob. Get yourself a Swiss ball. Stick it up on your bum. I'm going to come up here because that's as you can see me. Get the Swiss ball. Move your feet from the Swiss ball. And make some swings and put a golf ball on the outside of your club. So I've now got a Swiss ball on my bum. I've set up. I know this might be a long way from the camera, but you can see generally what I'm doing. I've got myself set up. I've got the ball out the middle of my club face. Now put the ball just outside the toe of my club, and now make some swings where you set the golf club, hinge, and move back the other side. What's happening is the Swiss ball is keeping your bum, your glute line in the same spot, whilst rolling the Swiss ball, and I'll come to the camera here, like need another arm would be handy. So I've got the Swiss ball on the wall like so. In fact, I could move the camera. I'll just move the camera. Stuart, just move the camera, man. Let's do that. We've never done this before. This is a new one. This is a new one. Look, we're going in. So, we can do that. We can move the camera. Everyone's comfortable with that. So this is a great drill. So, there we go. There we go. Oh, I love a bit of tech. So there's rolling of the Swiss ball, rolling of the Swiss ball, rolling of the Swiss ball, rolling of the Swiss ball. You've got the ball on the outside. Hopefully you can see that. You've got the ball on the outside. Now I can roll the Swiss ball, set the club, roll the Swiss ball back, unset the club and back up the other side. And if you're in a facility that allows you to hit balls, you can do exactly that. You can hit them whilst rolling the Swiss ball. Now, a lot of people will say, well, hang on a second, Stuart, you don't want your hip turning back inside yourself. Well, the more that left hip moves back inside yourself, the more it will allow the right shoulder to move forwards, as opposed to driving under, tucking, and out to the right. Garbage, everybody, garbage. Oh, goodness me. You're wearing me out here today, team. I'm loving it, though, loving it. Hope you are too. Let's move that camera back around. Sorry, hope that's not made you sick. But, you know. Got to give you the best experience possible. Here we go. Brilliant. Just move the camera, Stuart. You don't need to go so far away. Take the audience with you. All right, let's have a little look. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Joshua Bello 8460. Does poor balance affect ball striking? Come on, Joshua. You know the answer to that. Yes, it does. If you can't hold your finish without wobbling, how much does that impact the shot? Hugely. And what are best ways to improve balance in the swing? What I just did with the Swiss ball, exactly that. If you can't get yourself a Swiss ball, get yourself some of these wedges. Get yourself some of these wedges. You can find them on my Shopify store. Go to my YouTube channel, go to the homepage, find store, you can get those there. They come with one big wedge and they come with two smaller wedges. Can you see that? So big wedge, small wedge. Big wedge, small wedge. There you go. I've glued two together, just goes for a bit more robust, but I've bought multiple. So I've got two big fat ones. Now, if you get them, if you get the small ones, I've just updated the TrackMan software this morning and I need to adjust the settings to get rid of that stupid thing that keeps on popping up. Apologies for that. If you get the wedges and you slope one away from the golf ball or one towards the golf ball, set yourself up and make some swings. What that'll do is allow you to get your right hip up the wedge and then your right hip down the wedge. And then in a backswing, left hip up the wedge, left hip down the wedge, and that will really change the energy through your feet. That's a good way, if you haven't got a Swiss ball, to think about balancing your golf swing. I hope that helps. Kev T, hey Kev, how are you, my friend? Afternoon, really sorry, really enjoy these live ones. Oh, me too. Glad to have you with us. I'm here for another almost 20 minutes of me droning on. Hopefully you can stand it. Rob Bowles, thanks for that, Stu. You're super welcome. I will try that. Great lesson and tips. You're the only online channel I follow. This is great news. Makes me feel good. I'm very conscious that is a bit ego-driven, but I'm also balancing that out with the fact that my content and my love to help you all play better golf is very, very sincere. I can assure you of that. Great lesson and tips. You're the only one. Love the new grip I've been playing with for 2 months now. Cheers. You are super welcome. Not sure what that means. That was some laughy faces from Zaharo Habib Buleva. But anyway, if you're laughing at me, I'm glad I've created a brighter day. Happy Thanksgiving. Keep those questions coming in. Only too pleased to help. Want to make sure you play your best golf this weekend. Let's see if we can get one with all the zeros up for you. Come on, all the zeros. Bit right, that one. Got 1 0 up, club path. Got 1 0 up. Let's see if we can get all the zeros up. Last chance, Stuart. Oh, close. Close. Not quite. Close. If you're watching for the first time, I do this at least once a week, so do hit those notifications on your YouTube app so you don't miss it. Got 20 likes. Thank you so much. If you are watching, just double tap that screen. It costs nothing and it just helps the stream share. Mr. T. Thaha, I feel like I have no room in the downswing with driver. It makes me feel like I have to get the path going left and not right. Any ideas? Yeah, absolutely. I have absolutely the drill for you. Get yourself your broom or your driver. Let's say your driver, because you might not have a broom to hand. Let's take your driver. Get yourself set up. Lift the club head above the ball by about 6 or 8 inches. And now what I want you to do is keep the grip underneath you and return the club back higher than it started. And now what's going to happen is the golf club is going to unload itself more on a horizontal plane rather than a vertical plane. So the more the grip lifts up, what happens is the grip moves closer to the ball line, and in doing that, it makes the club head swing excessively from the inside. When the club head swings excessively from the inside, because the grip has lifted up, opens the face, makes you hit it out of the heel. And that's why you're feeling like you need to move the path a long way to the left, because you've got a grip that's rising up. So set yourself up, keep the grip in the same spot, lift the head above the ball by about a foot, and then make some swings on that plane, feeling like you're getting the club head higher on the way back and through than you started. Then when you go back down to the ball, feel very similar pressures through your grip, and that'll really start to change the way the driver behaves. Start to move the strike point a little bit more out towards the toe, and it will start to straighten your path line up and less from the inside. Let me know how that goes. RB Hala 1100. Hi, coach. Hi. What's the best way to rotate in the downswing and stop standing up? I've tried everything, but on the course, I can't seem to rotate or stay in posture. Cheers. A really great drill is get yourself a TheraBand. Get yourself a TheraBand, one of these orange TheraBands. Sorry to be showing you my bum. One of these orange TheraBands. You can find those on my Shopify store. It's on my channel. Put your thumbs in. Wrap it around your neck and push it away from your body. When you push it away from your body, make your fingers point up to the sky. Now, put yourself into your posture. Now you're in your posture. Now do exactly the same drill that I was asking another chap to do with the Swiss ball on your bum. Now what you've got is 2 directions of force. Your legs pushing back into the Swiss ball that's going to pull you more in posture. Now when you do that, here is the lean-in moment. The moment that nobody talks about when you're trying to fix early extension. When you've had early extension, because your bum has tucked under and your shoulder has lifted, your hand has learnt to unload the club toe down. And then what happens is you look to get into more forward bend posture, and now all of a sudden you're running out of room because you're unloading the club in this direction and you're trying to get yourself in more forward bend. The club just won't fit in there. There's not enough room. Now, I did a video with a ball on a high tee, on a broken club shaft. And it was all about, and it was very early in my channel's life, and it was probably lost on a lot of people, but if you go back and watch it, what it does is it shows you how to balance the head trying to pull itself to the floor with the grip pressure down here. And when you get that balancing act, as that golf club starts to swing, what you're used to doing is when the club swings, the grip rises up. We want this kink that you can see between my forearms and club shaft to remain as the club swings. But what you're used to doing is standing up and unloading it this way. So now, when you get yourself back down into posture, and that stupid software keeps on saying, am I there? Yes, I am. Sorry about that. It's the last time we'll be having that on this live. So now, as I get myself more into forward bend, and I now can feel how this club unloads on this pitch, now I can get myself more into forward bend without the worry of whacking the floor. So I can start to unload the club on that pitch and not on that pitch. So it's a two-prong attack to fix early extension. You need to fix your body angles, which is pressures through the top of the kinetic chain, which is your hands and shoulders, and the bottom of the kinetic chain, which are your feet. When you load those two areas, the center will start to find itself. And then what you need to do is deal with the pressures in the grip that the club unloads on to stop the club dropping in too early and hitting it fat. Hope that makes sense. Kevin Rhodes. Amazing if you buy something like this machine, you can win. Believe it. Don't know what you mean there, Kevin, what you're referring to. Sorry for my ignorance. Hi, can you give any help and tip for someone who wants to take up golf, please? Oh, goodness me, Adam, what a great question. Adam the man 99. So first thing you need to do is obviously subscribe to my channel. That's the first thing, because I'm going to give you the best piece of advice you can ever get when it comes to learning the game. First of all, you need to go and watch my grip series and learn how to hold the club perfectly. This will save you thousands in lessons, and it will save you thousands of hours on the range. Once you've done that, then go watch my backswing series, downswing series, impact series, and follow-through series. Probably 20 videos that are for free. Once you've done that, that will teach you how to move around the golf ball. Once you've learned how to move around the golf ball and with that good grip, you'll be well on your way. That would be the best way to go. Practice your grip. That is absolutely top of the pile. If you practice a good grip, your forearms will rotate, the club will hinge, the face will be close to straight, and all of that kind of good stuff that's going to inspire you to move around the ball correctly. Start with a poor grip, and a poor grip would be 6 out of 10. That 6 to 7 out of 10 difference can be the difference between making hips rotate, chest rotate, good shoulder action, good load of the club, all that good stuff. So be passionate about the grip, my friend. Be super passionate. And it sounds boring, but honestly, when you get a good grip and then you go down the range and you start ripping it, and your pals that have been playing the game for months before you, and years potentially, don't hit it as well as you, let me tell you, that 30 minutes of watching my grip series will completely change your golfing landscape, promise you. David Howard said hi. Hi, David. Nice to have you. Dom Eccles. Hey, Dom. Hi, Stu. My tendency to lose my left hand grip kink by the time I get to the top. Could this be because of too much right wrist hinge as opposed to cocking it more up. The latter seems to look better. If it looks better and you're keeping more kink in the lead wrist, that's going to work for you, as long as the right hand is not too strong. Because if your right hand is too strong, i.e. it's too much underneath, the right hand will pull your lead wrist into a flat wrist. So just be conscious that if the right hand is in the good spot, I see so few bowed or flat left wrists with a good right hand on the back of a really good left hand. So just check your right hand out first of all, Dom. How to swing body from someone from Asia. How to swing body. You don't swing the body, you move the body. You swing the golf club. Let me know what you would like to know about the body action. Happy to help. Eds Broski. Hey, Eds Broski. Stuart, at impact, is the left wrist kink still there? Absolutely. It might not be as prevalent as it was at address, but the absolute feel is that kink stays there and the golf club unloads. Go check out Charlie Hull, Matt Fitzpatrick, Justin Thomas. Loads of golfers that create that kink through strike. Tommy Fleetwood, create that kink through strike. Nobody on tour is trying to bow their wrist at strike. Let me tell you that. They are not trying to bow their wrist at strike. Killer move, killer move. Dom, thank you. You are super welcome. David Rice, how are you? Good morning to you, David. My floor wedges arrived this morning, right and left foot. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Get on that. We've got 5 minutes left. Keep those questions coming in. Got a good few of you online. Double tap that screen. It would be so wonderful for you to do that. It would help my stream a bundle. All of this super free content. Some might find it super, some might hate it. It's all good. Either way, you're having a nice time, aren't you? Listening to me waffle on. Let me just reconnect the TrackMan. Of course, why wouldn't it just disconnect? Let me just do that. Connect that back up. Why wouldn't it disconnect? There we go. Super. That's that. Johnny Stingray, what a handle that is. How much ulnar deviation and lead wrist flexion is there at address versus impact? Well, it depends how good your grip is at impact, depends on your body action, and depends on how much pressures your lead hand and trail hand are exerting on the grip through strike. The more the grip lifts up, the more the club shaft will sag down. The more the grip kicks down, the more the head will stay up. So it just depends on how you're delivering it. If I was to say to you 8 degrees difference, what would that do to you? You're going to say, I could measure it with my hack motion device. That's a dangerous game to go down that route, my friend, personally. I think when you think about it from dynamics rather than positions, because that's what you're referencing, where was I before and where was I after, you're going to measure that as a position. You'd have to take into account 30 or 40 other positions in the golf swing as well. So be cautious with that. Be cautious with that. Abhalia 1100, what would be a good feel for getting a flat lead wrist on the top of the backswing? Thanks. My question right back at you, why would you want to get a flat lead wrist at the top of your backswing? The answer you're going to say is so I can get a closed club face. I'm going to then say, why do you want a closed club face at the top? Then you're going to say, so that I can get a draw going. Well, both of those things, a flat lead wrist to get a draw going can work, and it will work probably quite nicely up until about a 5-iron, and then things might start to change unless you've got a good amount of club speed. My advice to you would be to sort your grip out, because that will have more application through the bag and give you a bit more consistency. Again, just my beliefs. There is loads of instruction out there that will help you get your left wrist a bit flatter and all of that kind of stuff. And it works, no doubt about it, but it's not for me. So I would dissuade you from getting a flat lead wrist. Ed Broski 3929. I'm going down to my hitting net right now to feel it in action. Thank you. Music to my ears. Have a great time down there, and hopefully very soon I'm going to be doing some lives, and I might be able to watch you hit some, and we might be able to all watch you hit some as well. Get a bit of nerves going. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? So hopefully you've enjoyed the last hour of me waffling on and helping you, sharing a few of my thoughts with conviction. It's so lovely to hear from so many of you that comment on the channel on this Thanksgiving day that was nicely informed to me by Simon. I thought it was tomorrow. Can't take the credit for knowing it was Thanksgiving today. I thought it was tomorrow. Silly Stuart. Stranger Things came out today, did it not? I heard on the radio, released 4 new episodes. Not a Stranger Things man myself. Wife's a bit of a Stranger Things girl, but not me. Simon, cannot thank you enough for everything, Stu. Simon, just doing my job, baby. Just doing my job. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. Love to share this stuff. Hopefully leave the golfing world in a slightly better place for it. Whether it's entertainment, whether it's a bit of technique, and if it's helped one person play a little bit better, then I think my job has been worth the effort. Been worth the effort. All right, let's go. A couple more. Can't end with a blank numbers. Pressure, lead foot. Bit clean, that one. Pretty straight. Let's make this the last. 12:59. Stand by for a video coming out tomorrow on low point control, side bend, 2 swings with new impact position concept, and early extension gone. There you go. What a testimonial. Ed's Broski 3929, you've made my day. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Stay tuned. It's going to be a video dropping either a bit later today or in the morning. Side bend, low point control. And if you've got any thoughts or any questions on anything that I talked about in this video, feel free to drop it in the box below, and I will absolutely get back to you. You'll have a great Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, Friday morning, wherever you're watching from. And now, my friends, it's good coaching.